Yo, just doing a live reaction to the bro penguinz0. Reacting to this Jeffrey Epstein news is crazy. Let's see what he's gonna say. I love penguinz0. Man's a fucking legend, bro. Charlie just spits it raw, so someone I relate to. Let's see what he's got to say.
I have a conniption. I'm sure all of you have seen this by now, but I have to yap about it. It is infuriating. New information just dropped from the Jeffrey Epstein investigation, if you want to call it that. I don't think that nomenclature applies to this circus that's being performed here with all of this. It's a clown show. It's about as much of an investigation as Bozo investigating a pie that was thrown in his face. It's a fucking joke. Read this headline and tell me it doesn't make you fail the try not to fume challenge. This shit has got me
Bro, what the fuck? No way.
steaming.
Bro,
Try not to
bro, this cunt is disgusting, eh? Just feral, man.
fume challenge. This shit has got me steaming. They are trying to, with a straight face, say that Jeffrey Epstein never had a client list and did
Yeah, it's so bullshit, man.
commit suicide. There was no foul play, no fishy business there. That was no horseradish, no flag on the play, just a classical suicide. Also, no client list, no blackmail, no evidence of either of those two things. How peculiar, considering it wasn't that long ago that they were flaunting that the client list was coming out, the Epstein files were releasing. They even gave the Phase 1 files to a bunch of influencers online for...
Bro, it's like, yeah, what are these people doing with it, you know? And they're like, look at this guy's like celebrating it.
some photo ops, and they were posing like fucking prom pictures. They made a big hoopla that those were the Epstein files in their paws right there. And they'll eventually release to us plebeians out here. Well, if there's no client list, what the fuck is in those folders?
Exactly.
What Pokemon card binder? Like, what did you give them? Yeah, apparently there's no client list, so what did you hand them?
Yeah.
An empty file? An empty folder? And not only that, Pam Bondi herself here, she has made so many statements about, like, how the Epstein client list is on her desk right now. You know, it's over there.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so clearly someone's lying. You know, thinking that in the north people just won't click. But
Gathering dust. She'll eventually brush it all off and drip feed us the information as it comes, and everyone that's
you
on
tell him, Charlie. You tell him, son.
that list is gonna face justice. She was cutting WWE promos about the Jeffrey Epstein client list. She'd even set hard dates on when it's gonna drop, like it was a new album. Mark your calendar, sports fans. The Epstein files dropping on this date. And then the date rolls around and it's just nothing. Like, actually nothing burger.
Yeah, they always do that. You know, they always say they're going to release these files and all that stuff. It's like there's a big list apparently of people that have gone to that island anyways, like Will Smith and heaps of influencers and, you know, people, you know, claim and stuff. And yeah, it's a lot of child kidnapping, so I presume they all go there.
Central. Like, shit got more delayed than Half-Life 3. It just never showed up, even though she would set dates, and then all of a sudden she's got excuses for why it's not there. But now, apparently there was no client list in the first place, so what the fuck was sitting on your desk, Pam? How could the client list be sitting on your desk when the DOJ and FBI say that there is no client list? What an interesting pickle. That's quite a conundrum. She says that she had the client list, like a physical copy on her desk. She constantly has referenced the client list, spoken directly about the client list. But now all of a sudden, DOJ and FBI said it's not a real thing. I have no idea how she's even going to begin to tackle that plot hole there. It is crazy how stupid they treat the rest of humanity. Like, all of the people on the planet are lobotomites, and they can be fed any information whatsoever.
That's what I've been trying to say with, like, everyone, like governments and just people in general, you know, the Hollywood leaders, influencers, like with all the NFT scamming and, you know, all that stuff. Like, yeah, it's getting quite out of hand.
They'll accept it with a smile on their face and think nothing of it. And in some cases, that does happen. But in something like this, there should be 0 people on the planet that are happy with this and believe this. Because this is the most blatant, fraudulent lie since Wes Watson lying about being 6 feet tall. This is absurd. This is just ridiculous. It is downright diabolical to be doing a cover-up job like this. It's literally fart investigated poop and found no shit. They have talked about it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucked up, eh? Just straight up lying, you know. And I'm a firm believer in karma too, so these people legit get what's coming for them.
Themselves for so long about having this client list and all of this blackmail evidence and everything, about how all of them are going to face justice. Pam Bondi talked about tens of thousands of videos that they recovered as well. Like, how are you going to just wipe your ass with that and expect people to believe it? If anyone believes this, you need serious psychiatric help. If you actually swallow this shit they fed you with this information, that it's, you know, a case of suicide, no client list, and no blackmail, you really need to take a hard look in the mirror. Because you are just not like a thinker. Like, you don't have a thinking cap on at all. Because this is just absurd. There should be no one on the planet that is fooled by this. This should make you mad. It absolutely should make you very upset. Because this is blatantly covering up for corrupt, evil people.
Well, it makes me disgusted in humanity, which I've been trying to say, you know. It's the thing about humans, you know. That all man wants to do is just take, and just be more greedy and do a bunch of weird shit. And not only just men, like, you know, there's a lot of possessed women and all that crap out there too, like, spiritually, but just like the so-called elites, yeah, it's just ridiculous, man. Like, half of them just need to, like, just be vanquished from the earth. Drop the nuke on them, like in Call of Duty, you know, get good 30-0 kill streak going.
In high positions of power. I saw this said as a joke, but I actually think we're pretty close to them just denying Jeffrey Epstein ever even existed in the first place. I really think the next step here is they're gonna start talking about, like, evidence to confirm that Jeffrey Epstein was never real. It was a code name for, like, a shadow operative that never actually existed. There was no island. There were no victims. I think we are not far away from them trying that play. Because they are using every weird tactic.
There's a video of, what's his name, Tyler Oliveira. Like, he goes sneaks onto the island. So the island is true. I know it's all true, but yes, Charlie does have a good point. You know, this what they do is just push lies onto the people and get people to believe it. Especially if it's a serious case like this, like, you know, Jeffrey Epstein, man. Like, definitely, like, yeah, should be vanquished from the earth. Clearly, he's gone now, I believe, but still, you know, it's just unacceptable and is disgusting. But let's see what the bro's got to say, you know. Continue, Charlie.
In the book to try and bury anything even remotely related to Jeffrey Epstein, while trying to put on a strong face about how everyone's going to face justice. Well, where's that? That hasn't happened. And it hasn't happened for years. So what is up with all of this lying? They just keep kicking the can down the road. They have still not released the Epstein files, and now they've put the kibosh on it, saying the Epstein files aren't even real in the first place. It was all just made up, a fucking illusion. So now it is 100% ensuring everyone that was associated with all of that evil gets away with it. And they're just proudly doing it in front of the entire American public's face, spitting in everyone's mouth by trying to say that doesn't exist, it's not real. No client list, no blackmail, nothing like that, and he did kill himself. And apparently they're releasing some surveillance camera footage, like a lot of hours worth of that, to show that no one entered his cell during any of that time. Obviously just doing everything in their power to
cover it up.
The conversation of Jeffrey Epstein and everything around the topic to rest. So now you have the 3-letter organizations all working together, the DOJ, the FBI, the DVD, the VCR, the BBL, all of them working together, now trying to sell this horseradish about there being no client list and no blackmail. Like, I cannot believe that they are just trying to just say that, even though it's been something they've supposedly acted on and investigated for years and made huge progress on and want to get the information out to the American people because of these dangerous individuals that need to be held accountable and face justice for the crimes that they engaged in on Jeffrey Epstein's island. It was even used as a political talking point for some individuals to gain positions of power, using it as part of their platform about how they're going to fight for justice and release these Jeffrey Epstein files that have been, clogged up for so long and not, the information not out and available to the public. They were going to be the ones to break that dam. They were going to pursue this, come hell or high water, fighting night and day for it. And now those people have been elected only to flip-flop, and now they're totally fine burying the Jeffrey Epstein subject entirely. You should be asking yourself, why? I'll stop ranting on it, but it is just mind-boggling how dumb the government thinks everybody is. And I hope they're not right, because under no circumstances should this be something that people just let go of. Like, oh, this is a bit of a blemish right now, but people forget it in a little while. It's not that big of a deal. It's a huge deal. And there should be nobody out there
exactly.
downplaying it. This is preposterous.
Yes.
And I just had to yap about it. I just said I'd stop ranting about it, but now I'm once again getting fucking wound up about it. That's really about it. See ya.
From Best in Show.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with Charlie on that. Like, definitely needs to get released, and government just needs to be clean with the people, and it just makes you question what else is true and false. But, what do I know? Anyways, that's Cog, over and out. Cheers.